We were told that we were taking our lives in our hands, and urged by not a few to refrain starting on such a foolhardy errand. We expected to find a savage people, hostile to everything foreign, and of course, especially so to the foreigner. We found, as you all know, a gentle, friendly, warm-hearted, open-handed, generous people who wanted, almost wherever we went, to treat us as favored guests from afar. We found a people patient and long-suffering who would carry the endurance of hardships almost to a fault, and yet to whom, when once tried too far, when once roused, the old instincts of savagery seemed to return with increased force, like the bursting of pent-up waters. We found a people deeply ignorant from a Western point of view, yet from an Oriental standpoint educated and having a fair degree of culture. We also found a people ready to listen to the gospel, willing and eager to purchase. I do not mean to say these books were purchased because they were Christian, but the fact that the natives were willing to buy in spite of their being Christian revealed quite plainly the open door that God had placed before his messengers in Korea. It seems to me that I can see plainly before me today a new Korea, a nation emancipated, completely emancipated politically, intellectually, spiritually, from the thraldom of misrule, ignorance, and superstition. A Christian Korea. I see in the future schools, Christian in teaching, in teachers, in esprit de corps, in every town and village, with academies and higher schools in all the large cities, a medical college and school for nurses, and in every city in the land, self-supporting hospitals, an effective corps of native women evangelists, Bible readers, and deaconesses, ministering to the suffering and bringing light and cheer to the dying. Here and there, all over the land, institutions of mercy, giving practical illustration to the love of Christ. I have a vision of Christian homes, Christian villages, Christian rulers, and Christian government. The Reverend H.G. Appenzeller of the Methodist Episcopal Mission and I landed in Korea on the same day. But he now, with others whose memories are tenderly cherished by both native Christians and fellow workers, of whom we think with mingled envy and sorrow, standing among that cloud of witnesses, looks down upon Korea, we believe, with a clearer vision of the future than any of us, and rejoices with us in the work of grace already accomplished here. For myself, I believe I had been called to India, and in this conviction had made certain special preparations for that field, and had spent a year in medical study. But no one had offered, no church seemed ready to enter, and even the leaders of foreign mission work of the churches were writing articles urging that it was too early to enter Korea. It was then that the message came home to me. Why not go yourself? It seemed almost as though I heard a voice saying, "No one for Korea? How about Korea?" You all know the story of the first baptized Christian. As we looked on this man, the first fruit of our work and prayers, our faith was strengthened, our zeal quickened, and we seemed to see a vision of those others behind him who would follow. We knew that day had begun to dawn in dark Korea, and felt assured that one believer was God's pledge to us of a people whom he would make his own. God grant that since he has so wonderfully manifested his presence and power, as we hear his stately steppings, our hearts may be so thrilled that losing sight of all else, we may all, Methodist, Presbyterian, Baptist, Church of England, crowd so close to Jesus that distinctions and divisions between us may be crowded out, and that all welded into one may accomplish his purpose.